Good marketing is not going to make up for a bad business model. Even brilliant marketing. In fact, the better you are at marketing and you don't have a good business model behind it, is just going to make things worse, because if you can't deal with those customers on a recurring basis, you're going to let them down and they're going to lose trust in you. And that is very hard to regain. It's far easier to gain trust in the first place than it is to regain it after you've upset somebody. So let's dive into the business model part a bit more. So it's like, imagine the tip of the iceberg. Cleaning of the bins, that's one thing. The structure behind a service-based business is complex. And it's complex because you're dealing with repeat customers who expect to be dealt with on a certain day. And they'll expect you to contact them in a certain way and collect payments from them in a certain way too. And also communicate with them if something goes wrong, because everyone gets breakdowns and illnesses. So that is a big part of what you have to get right straight away, because if you're in another industry where, well, let's just say you were driving an ice cream van and you went to events, you could get one event completely wrong and go to another event. It doesn't really make any difference, and get it right there. But in a service-based business, you are going to have customers, and you want to keep those very same customers indefinitely. So if you get something wrong, can you imagine trying to get that reputation back? And with a franchise of ours, that is eliminated, because the backroom rest of the iceberg, if you like, the 85 to 90% behind the scenes that you don't see, has been dealt with and proved over many, many years to be right. And if we've kept customers for 15 plus years, then you can't get much more proof than that. And there has to be a reason why we've kept those customers happy for so long. And it's the structure. It's the business model that's behind it. And it's very easy when you start a business to just think that you've done it. You're going to do it differently to everyone else that's been before. That's very unlikely. And there's proven ways of doing things. And if you think you're going to come up with brand new ways of doing stuff, and you're trying to keep customers happy at the same time, then your workload is massive. You're going to be catching up from behind a lot. And as soon as a customer thinks that they are not your number one priority, that is hard to get that trust back. And with our franchises, we have that structure in place for you to follow. And it makes life so much easier. So we don't have to work evenings at all. When our day is done, there's no catching up to do afterwards. Everything's been set up, and that's exactly what you'll get with the franchises. We want you to get in your van, drive, clean the bins, job done. We don't want you to spend more time, the same time, hardly any time, dealing with the aftermath of cleaning the bin, the customer communication, the payments, the scheduling, what to do when the bin men haven't been and you've got to go back the next day. And and refunds if a customer's credit builds up too much. So everything that we've done with our franchise is based around the structure of making your life easy as a franchisee, because the number one reason for that is that your customers are going to be so much happier if you're happier and you don't feel pushed.